But I never studied. I never bought a book of BDS. I never studied anything. What I used to study was only for MBBS, for the NEET examinations the next year. Yes, I would like to share a funny story in this video also, that during those 6 months हमारा एक internal assessment हुआ था BDS में, and you have to attend, you have to give that. Yes, I did not study anything, but I just gave that, and luckily and fortunately I would say I just passed that as well. So hey there everyone, I'm Roshni, a second year MBBS student from IPGMER Kolkata, and I welcome you all to my channel. I had posted a video on my channel in order to help the students to take a decision whether they should take a partial drop or not. And on that video, I got a comment from one of the subscribers where she was asking about the preparation strategy during my drop year, and basically how I managed both BDS and NEET coaching together. In today's video, I shall be discussing in detail what was my preparation strategy during the partial drop year. So basically, I can divide my drop year in 3 phases. The first 3 months, that is from June, July and August, I would term that as the coaching phase. The next 6 months, September, October, November, December, January, February, yes, that I would term as the partial drop phase. And the last 2 months before NEET, that is the March and April phase, I would term it as the final preparatory phase. So let us see what exactly do these phases mean and what all I did during my preparation. So before this COVID thing happened, the NEET examinations were usually conducted on the first Sunday of May basically. So I had given my NEET examination, and thanks to the coaching institute who released the answer key the same day or the day after. And I happened to get around 470s in my first attempt. So I knew कि इतना में तो MBBS में selection नहीं होगा. So I thought that let me leave the month of May and I will start preparing again from the next month, that is June. So June came and I got enrolled at Akash Central Kolkata and started preparing for the NEET examinations the next year. For the 3 months, as I told you, that is June, July and August. Basically what I did, like any other dropper who goes to the coaching institute, attends the lectures there, comes back to his home or hostel, solve the MCQs of the similar topics, and then again attend the classes. So basically my class started from 10 o'clock in the morning and it continued till 3 PM in noon. After that, 1 hour का एक doubt clearing session होता था. So basically I stayed at Akash Institute from 10 o'clock to 4 PM. उसके बाद I came back home, revised the lectures which I attended, solved similar MCQs and then prepared myself for the next day. This was overall what I did in these 3 months, basically relying on the coaching institute which I attended, and that was Akash for me. Now came the month of August. I had taken admission in Dr. R. Ahmed Dental College and Hospital, which is a government dental college in Kolkata, and my classes, BDS classes, started from September. BDS classes भी morning में होती थी, Akash classes भी morning में होता था, so I had to choose between one, or Akash has some facility for you for this regard. So I shifted my morning batch to evening batch. अब BDS classes भी 10 बजे around होता था, 10 or 11. So at first I attended the classes there. There used to be most probably or usually 3 lectures and 1 practical class. बीच में एक break भी होता था. So 10 to 11 one lecture, 11 से 12 another lecture, 12 से 1 another lecture, 1 से 1:30 was a break time, and then 1:30 से 3:30 we had practical classes. This was usually the routine on most of the days, except for Sundays, Saturdays, where we had a bit of holidays as well. So 3:30 usually my class at BDS college ended, and my Akash evening batch started from 4:30. So I had 1 hour ka gap in between. What I did during that time, when actually my BDS classes started, I stayed in the BDS hostel, because obviously going back to home and again going to college and again going to Akash would consume a lot of time. So I joined and I stayed in the BDS hostel. So in that 1 hour, I just used to go back to my hostel, solve a bit of MCQs or maybe just sleep so that I could recharge myself up for the Akash class in the evening. Now evening mein Akash classes from 4:30 in the evening to 8:30 at night. Uske baad I used to come back to my BDS hostel and study jab tak my eyes allowed, jab tak my brain allowed me to study. And then this routine continued for about 6 months, like from September, October, November, December, January, February. Yes, we had Durga Puja ka main chutti in that time. We also had Christmas vacation, but most probably this was what I usually did. Now, obviously, it's not that easy as it used to be in those 3 months when I could solve all the MCQs of Akash modules, I could clear all the tests with flying colors, and my graph, which was always increasing in those 3 months. But here, obviously, you have shortage of time. Aapko kahan time milega? After you attend Akash lectures, you come back to hostel at around 9 or 9:30, you eat your food, and then again you have just 3 or 4 hours to study, and next morning where other students will be studying for your coaching, you will attend BDS lectures. So it was not easy, but you have to manage your time. That's what I've said in a video before as well, and I would repeat here now, that you don't have classes all the time, you don't have to study all the time. So what you have to do is, jab bhi class nahi hota tha, whenever you get free time, I used to utilize it by solving MCQs, by preparing flashcards in the Anki app and then revisiting them again and again. So whenever I had time, even for 10 minutes, I used to just get back to those MCQs, or I just used to go back to my flashcards and revise them. Obviously, BDS classes, you don't have to attend all of them and very diligently. So what I did, I used to sit at the back of my class and then study for NEET. Or I used to go to the BDS college ka library and study there for NEET examinations. But I did not miss attending classes, because even if you attend bit of lectures, thoda to dimag mein jayega. But I never studied. I never bought a book of BDS. I never studied anything. What I used to study was only for MBBS, for the NEET examinations the next year. So this was how I manage time, and this is how you have to manage your time if you think that aapko partial drop lena hai. Because as I've mentioned before, time is similar for both of you. You have 24 hours and that is how you have to manage it. There was a time, and basically there were many instances when you feel like giving up, because BDS maybe teachers used to ask you questions, the questions got piled up, the doubts got piled up, and here also you wouldn't be able to perform as better as your other peers could, because they are getting the entire time for your preparation. So yes, that was a challenging phase, and that will be a challenging phase for every partial drop student, but ultimately you have to manage it, and once you do it, you'll be just proud of yourself and feel confident about it. Now comes the month of March and April, when you have to study with full force for your NEET examinations. Tab I gave a halt to my BDS curriculum कि ठीक है, attendance नहीं हो सकता, class नहीं हो सकता, रहने दो, let's prepare for the examinations. There for those 2 months, like most of the students do, and you would listen from your coaching institute, from your didis and dadas, or maybe from other channels on YouTube, that you have to solve papers every day, give as many as mock tests as you can, and just rectify your mistakes, because the preparation to ho hi gayi hai. And one more thing I would like to also mention here, that if you have got BDS in your first attempt, this actually means that you know something. आपका syllabus हुआ है, you just need to polish up, you just need to brush up. So focusing more on MCQ, solving more mock tests, that would be helpful. That is what I did, and I made it through. So yeah, this was all about my preparation phase and how I managed BDS along with doing Akash Institute classes. One thing that I would mention is that there will be times when you will feel low, when you want to give up, because you wouldn't be able to manage both these things, because both requires time. BDS is a professional course. It also requires investment. It also requires time. And obviously for your NEET preparations, you have to give every minute in that solid preparation. But then you will see that ultimately ho jayega if you remain consistent and do it consistently. It will be done. So yeah, this was how my preparation strategy was during the partial drop. I hope you get to learn something from it. If so, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel.